Hi guys, I'm Olga Brain. Welcome to my video channel. Today I would like to talk to you about breakfast. But this isn't gonna be a video lesson about how to eat healthy food. This lesson is just to give you some vocabulary so that when you travel or when you're talking to your English-speaking friends, you can describe the most commonly eaten types of food in English. Okay, let's start from eggs. An egg, some vocabulary for you. An egg, egg white and egg yolk, the white part and the yellow part. So how do we cook eggs? Well, first of all, we can boil eggs. And depending on how long we boil eggs, we get a hard-boiled egg or a soft-boiled egg. A soft-boiled egg is when the yolk is runny or dippy, so that you can dip some bread in it. A dippy egg or a runny egg like that in England is very commonly called an egg with soldiers. No, not these soldiers, but these soldiers. An egg with soldiers or a dippy egg with soldiers. We can also have scrambled eggs. We crack some eggs, break yolks and whites together, mix them and fry them. And we get scrambled eggs. If we add some vegetables or some cheese, maybe some tomatoes, some sausages to scrambled eggs, that would be an omelette or a frittata. Sometimes we have fried eggs. A fried egg, like that, is very simple. I'm no expert in American English, but I think that in the States they call it a sunny side up. In England, if you want a fried egg, this would be the default fried egg. In America, it can be a sunny side up, or it can be an over easy, is when an egg is fried on one side first and then flipped over and fried on the other side for a little bit, so that the yolk remains a little bit runny, but it's kind of sealed on both sides. A common type of breakfast in England, but not for every day, is what we know as a traditional English breakfast. It's also called a fry-up. A traditional English breakfast or a fry-up consists of a fried egg, some baked beans, some bacon, sausages, some mushrooms, often a piece of tomato, and sometimes in some parts of England, some black pudding. It's called black because it's made from pig's blood. Yeah. My favorite type of eggs is poached eggs. Poached eggs. They're a little bit of a pain in the ass to make, but I think it's totally worth it. There are different kinds of ways to cook to poach eggs, but the way I do it is I bring some water to boil, add a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and then I crack an egg into this boiling water and then let it simmer for about 3 minutes so that the white hardens up, but the yolk remains soft and runny. It's really nice with some salmon and some hollandaise sauce. And the last type of eggy breakfast I'd like to mention today is eggy bread. Eggy bread is really easy to make. You just mix up some eggs and then soak a piece or a couple of pieces of bread in it and then fry it on a frying pan. That's it. Nice and easy. Okay, so that was about eggs. Now, another type of breakfast is cereal. I'm not saying it's healthy. Like I said, I'm not talking about healthy, unhealthy breakfasts. I'm just talking about vocabulary. So some people have cereal for breakfast. My favorite kind of cereal when I was in England was Weetabix. I'm not sure if you can find them in Russia. I think they used to be available. But there are different kinds. You can have cornflakes and many others. You just add some cold milk in it, let it soak or not let it soak, depending on how you like your cereal, and then eat them. Now, tea and toast is a very common kind of continental type of breakfast. Attention, tea and toast, not a toast. Toast in this context is uncountable. So you can say a piece of toast. In some parts of England they say a round of toast, but not a toast. If you say a toast, then people will think that you mean that speech that you say at your friend's wedding or at somebody's anniversary, that speech that you say but no one really listens to. You can have your toast with, for example, marmalade. Attention, marmalade is only made from oranges. You can't have a strawberry marmalade or apricot marmalade. Everything like that would be called jam. So you can have your toast with marmalade or jam or a lot of other things. For example, some pate or some spreads or butter. Also, if you are in England, I really recommend that you try your toast with some Marmite. Marmite is rather hard to describe, but I'll try. So it looks like sticky brown paste. It tastes, shall I say, salty. And my advice for you is do not put too much Marmite on your toast because it makes your tongue kind of jump around. So take a little bit of Marmite, spread it very thinly on your toast and try. And, well, you might like it. Another type of common breakfast, especially I noticed in Italy, maybe in France as well, is tea or coffee and a pastry. Common types of pastries are maybe Danish pastry or pain au chocolat. There are many kinds. So in English you say a pastry, 2 pastries, 7 pastries. I'm not sure if having 7 pastries for breakfast is such a good idea. You might end up being a fat bastard. Porridge. Students, in Russia especially, often believe that porridge is the most common type of breakfast in England. It's like that овсянка, sir. I'm not sure how common it is in England, but it's definitely very common in Russia. So if you say porridge, generally people would understand that you mean oat porridge. Oat porridge. But you can also have rice porridge, or you can have semolina porridge. Is that lumpy stuff that I used to have in kindergarten, being a Soviet child? Yeah. Also, some people like to have buckwheat for breakfast. Buckwheat. And the last type of breakfast that's rather common for Russian people and in Europe, in some countries as well, is cottage cheese. Cottage cheese. I know that's not exactly cheese, but that is what it is called in English. Cottage cheese. You can have your cottage cheese with some jam, maybe with raisins, with some nuts. There are many variations. Okay, so today we talked about different basic types of food that people have for breakfast. We covered a few ways to cook eggs. We also talked about cereal, toast and what you can put on toast. We also covered different kinds of porridge, pastry and cottage cheese. I'm sure that you guys can tell me more, so you're very welcome to leave your comments below on what you usually have for breakfast. And in my upcoming video, I'm going to show you another way to cook an egg. It's going to be a coddled egg. I'll show you how to cook it. So, I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.